100. That's the staggering number of separate injuries Arsenal have reportedly suffered since the start of last season. It's a total that makes them one of the most fragile teams in the Premier League, with more injuries than almost any other club in that period, even more than our North London rivals, Spurs. It's led a frustrated Mikel Arteta to talk about a dangerous circle that could derail the entire season. But is this just a case of monumental bad luck? Or is there something happening behind the scenes at other clubs that's allowing them to cope so much better? Today, we break down the brutal reality of Arsenal's injury crisis and ask the questions that on every fan's mind. Are other teams cheating the system? The heading, the headline figure is almost hard to wrap your head around. 100 distinct injuries since the beginning of the 24-25 campaign, making Arsenal the first team to hit that green milestone. To put that into perspective, Brighton, another team seen as having a tough time, is just behind at 97, while Tottenham is at 90. This isn't a blip, it's a chronic league-leading problem. The damage report tells a grim story. An analysis of the injury types shows a clear pattern of devastating long-term issues. Since August 2024, a knee injury has been a massive problem, and a hamstring issues have also caused hundreds of days on the sidelines. These aren't minor knocks keeping players out for a game or two. These are significant campaign-altering absences. And this season has been just as relentless. This relentless wave of setbacks has created a perfect storm, pushing the squad, the manager, and the fans to a breaking point. This is what Mikel Arteta has called a really dangerous circle. It's a concept every fan can understand because you are seeing it play out in real time. It starts with one injury. A key player goes down and suddenly the burden shifts. The remaining players have to play more minutes, travel to more games, and get less recovery time. Their bodies are pushed closer to the real line, to the red line, and eventually they cross it. Another player gets injured, the cycle tightens. Nowhere is this more obvious than in our current defensive crisis. We face the nightmare scenario of having both William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes sidelined at times. Ben White has been battling a hamstring issue that kept him out for several games. New signing Christian Mosquera was ruled out for around 6 weeks with an ankle problem, not expected back until mid-January. Youngster Max Dolman suffered ankle ligament damage. Durant Timber has also had issues keeping him out of the side. This isn't just bad luck, it's a positional catastrophe. Take Ben White as a case study. Over the last couple of seasons, he has been one of the most injury-prone players, suffering 9 separate injuries. When one defender is out, the strain on players like White intensifies, making them more susceptible to recurring overload-related injuries. Arteta has repeatedly pointed the finger not at his training methods, but at the sheer absurdity of the fixture list. He has lamented how little time his team gets on the training pitch between games, with most of it spent on recovery rather than tactical work. When players are forced to play on a Wednesday night and then again on Saturday morning, the risk multiplies. The international breaks only makes it worse, with players like Gabriel and Ricardo Calafiori picking up knocks while away with their national teams. This isn't football, it's a war of attrition. It's a bleak picture, and it makes you wonder how the team can possibly cope. Before we get into whether other teams have found a cheat code for this, let me know in the comments which player's absence worries you the most. And if you are finding this analysis valuable, a quick tap of the like button and a subscribe would be massively appreciated. It helps the channel cut through the noise and bring these stories to more fans. So let's address the title of this video head on. Is the rest of the league cheating? The short answer is no, not in the literal sense. No one is breaking the rules to keep their players fit. But the real question is more nuanced. Are they doing something smarter? Are they managing the unmanageable schedule in a way that Arsenal are not? When you look at the numbers for just this season, the picture gets more complex. As of late 2025, Arsenal's injury tally sits uncomfortably close to other top clubs. Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Tottenham have all been hovering around a similar number of injuries. This tells us two things. First, the intensity of the modern game with its packed schedule is a league-wide problem. Teams like Tottenham and Hotspur have also suffered from devastating knee injuries, so Arsenal is not alone in that pain. But the second point is more damning. While other teams are suffering, Arsenal's problem appears to be chronic. Being the first team to hit 100 injuries over the past two seasons is a terrifying distinction. It suggests that while everyone is dealing with the same storm, our boat has more leaks. Why? Are their sports science department finding an edge in recovery protocols? Are their managers rotating squads more effectively, even if it means sacrificing points in the short term to protect players in the long term? Or is it something simpler? Perhaps their squads are built with more like-for-like depth, allowing for seamless rotation without a significant drop-off in quality, reducing the overload on key stars. When you see a team like Manchester City navigate an injury, the system often absorbs the blow. At Arsenal, particularly in defense, it feels like we are one injury away from a full-blown crisis. The cheating isn't foul play. It's being prepared. It's being better prepared. It's having a system so robust that the dangerous circle Arteta talks about never truly begins to spin. After all the doom and gloom, it's easy to think the season is a write-off, but it's not over yet. There are glimmers of hope on the horizon, and one of the biggest fears wears the number 9. The return of Gabriel Jesus is without a question the best news Arsenal has had all season. After being sidelined with a devastating ACL injury in January 2025, he is finally back in the squad and has been registered for the Champions League knockout stages. His energy, his pressing, and his ability to link play are transformative. His return doesn't just add another option up front, it changes the entire dynamic of the team. And he might not be the only one coming back. Kai Havertz, who has tragically not featured since the opening day of the season due to a knee setback, is now making progress in training. His return is expected to be a matter of days, not weeks. Gabriel Magalhaes is also nearing a return for his thigh issue. This is the ultimate test of the squad that Edu and Arteta have built. For years, the narrative was that Arsenal lacked depth. Now that the depth is being tested to its absolute limit, it's up to the players who are fit to step up and carry the team through this dark period. And it's the ultimate test for the manager, Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta is acutely aware of the problem. His dangerous circle comment proves it. Now he has to prove he can solve it. He needs to be a master of rotation, a shrewd risk manager, and a motivator who can keep the belief alive in a squad that is physically and mentally exhausted. So, where does this leave us? The facts are undeniable. Arsenal are in the midst of a record-breaking injury crisis with 100 setbacks piling up to make them the league's most fragile team. It's a dangerous circle of overload and absence, fueled by a relentless fixture schedule. And while rivals aren't cheating, the gap in resilience raises serious questions about Arsenal's own processes, preparation, and perhaps even their luck. The return of Jesus is a lifeline, but the crisis, particularly in defense, is far from over. With the games coming thick and fast through the winter period, the question is no longer if Arsenal have the quality to win the league, but if they have the bodies to even finish the race. Can Mikel Arteta steer the club through its most fragile period and still deliver a title? Or will the 2025-26 season be remembered as the year they were simply too broken to complete? Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Do you think we can survive this? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and for more deep dives, and I will see you in the next one.